In the same moment that Donald Trump and Elon Musk were endeavoring to destroy the American government, fraud, waste, and abuse, at the same moment they were doing that, Elon Musk was destroying Tesla Motors, the company he founded. He didn't found it. And the Wall Street Journal, no enemy of Elon Musk. In fact, in this article that they published yesterday, we're going to get to one paragraph out of it, and then I'm going to play a clip from CNN. In this article, the friendly to business, the never saw a billionaire they didn't love and worship, the Wall Street Journal, even they are just skewering Elon Musk and reporting that his board of Tesla began a search to replace him because of the destruction of the company. This is the headline of the article. Tesla board open search for a CEO to succeed Elon Musk. With profits and stock price sinking, board members told Musk he needed to spend more time at the company. Now, he has promised to do so. Apparently, he's out or adjacent to out relative to his active participation in destroying the United States government and with it, the United States economy. And he's going to be heading back to Tesla. But this is the paragraph that I want you to hear because it really encapsulates the dire situation. And when you put people like this, I guess this is the overarching deal. When you put people like this in charge of massive swaths of our government, of slashing and burning and harming the lives of individuals, when you put people who don't even give a shit about their own well-being, their own companies, the well-beings of their employees, you're going to get a losing recipe. Here's that paragraph. Tesla has been on a losing streak in the months since Musk, its visionary chief executive, began spending much of his time helping President Trump slash federal spending. Last week, after the company said its first quarter profit had plunged 71%, Musk told investors he would soon pivot back to his job at Tesla. 71%. People are selling their used Teslas, just getting rid of it. People don't want anything to do with Tesla. There are people who have made six-figure incomes for themselves selling stickers that say, like, I don't want any part of this. I bought this before Elon went crazy, like bumper stickers for their Teslas. That's before they sell them, ultimately. Tesla's in dire straits, and it's almost $1 trillion company. Caitlin Collins had Emily Glazer from the Wall Street Journal, the reporter who broke this story, on last night. And there's a few things I want you to hear right from the reporter who broke the story. Watch this.
My source joining me tonight is the Wall Street Journal's Emily Glazer, who just broke this reporting. And Emily, thanks for joining us on such breaking news. Can you just tell us what happened here and what the board of Tesla was thinking?
Absolutely. So Tesla has been going through some pain lately. It just reported earnings last week and had profits decline about 70%. And our reporting shows that around a month ago, board members were reaching out to executive recruiting firms to start a formal CEO succession search process. This is a formal kind of next chapter. Obviously, companies do succession planning all the time for their next leader, but we know that this is happening as there was concern from investors about Musk spending too much time in DC, given his government role, and concern about the company really struggling lately. We also know that board members prior to earnings had an update. They gathered with Elon Musk and they said to him that we really need you to refocus on Tesla and we need you to say it publicly. And he did not push back.
That's pretty remarkable, given we saw him come out and say he'd step away from the Doge effort. And part of your reporting that stood out to me is where you said that some Tesla employees said the first time they had heard from him in months was at an all-hands meeting that they had in March, where you report, if you read the news, he said, it, quote, "It feels like Armageddon. I can't walk past a TV without seeing a Tesla on fire. These are times when there are rocky moments, a little bit of stormy weather, but I'm here to tell you that the future is bright and exciting. What I'm saying is, quote, hang on to your stock."
Interesting message from a CEO that was actually streamed on X. And so Our understanding is that Elon Musk has not spent much time at Tesla offices. He has been calling into meetings. He's been joining virtually. And that's something that we know a board member shared with some major investors because they were concerned. And we also, our understanding is that one board member actually told investors that they did need to brief Elon more at times ahead of board meetings. So look, it's been no secret. Elon Musk has been spending a lot of time in Washington, D.C. He's been at Trump's side. He's been in Mar-a-Lago. He has 5 companies that he oversees. Tesla is one of them, but Tesla is public and Tesla is the biggest. It's got a market cap of around $900 billion.
Again, I don't think that we can overstate just how precarious the situation is for Elon Musk and what was to gain. We don't know the answers to all of this yet. We most certainly will. But why would he jeopardize his $1 trillion company? What was on the other side of his involvement in Doge? It can't just because he's a ketamine-addled weirdo. It can't just be that. There must be some other advantage that was greater than for him, greater than his nearly $1 trillion company and its valuation. Something to think about. I'd love your opinion. I'd love your theories on this. You can write them in the comments below. You can also call the voicemail line, 714-576-4054. And of course, as always, you can email me daily at dollemore.com. You can find me on the social media at Dollemore. I am not on the Nazi-friendly Twitter or X, but I'm everywhere else at Dollemore. I'd love to see you there. And if you appreciate what I do, I bring you value on a video-by-video basis, please consider becoming a channel member right here on YouTube or going over my Patreon page, patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. I will see you next time. Be genuine. Take care of one another. Many of you are aware that my dear friend and brother of choice, not of blood, Brett McAfee, suffered a near-fatal medical emergency last summer while our families were on vacation in Scotland. I appreciate to no end the outpouring of support for Brett that you all gave. And I'm also very happy to report that he is safe and healing and working that long path of recovery. What I've probably not told you about Brett is that beyond being an excellent friend, he's also a talented writer. We have been the best of friends since we were kids, and I have been continually inspired by his creativity and by the truly singular take that he has on life. Over 2 decades ago, he wrote a poem called The Grateful Child. It's an acknowledgement of all the simple strengths that we tend to overlook. Written from the perspective of a young person, multiple grateful children express gratitude to their parents for the elements that make them who they are. The accounting of these everyday gifts inspires a clear reminder that we should not take anything for granted. I've shared Brett's remarkable poem with numerous people over the years, and a reoccurring response is that this should be a book. Well, we finally decided to listen to those people. The Grateful Child is not only a children's book for adults in your life, it's also an adult's book for children in your life. Everyone will appreciate its straightforward yet elegant celebration of life's little endowments. Click the link below to pre-order now or simply scan this QR code and order your copy or copies today. But this being an illustrated book, we could not survive on the words alone. To pair with Brett's touching words, we searched all over for an illustrator who could bring the Grateful Child to visual life. We landed on somebody right here in the community from this show. Leah Farshid is an internationally acclaimed illustrator who, like you, is also an audience member. The moment we saw the first images that Leah drew to accompany Brett's text, we knew we had a perfect combination. It brings me tremendous joy to share my best friend's beautiful poem and Leah's spectacular images with the world. Everyone can benefit from The Grateful Child, just as I benefit from Brett's lifelong friendship. Share this beautiful book with your children. Share it with your parents or other relatives. The Grateful Child is an easy and exceptional way to show appreciation for someone in your life, young or old. Support someone you love and support this channel by giving The Grateful Child. Click the link below to pre-order now or simply scan this QR code. I am pretty sure your children need a copy. And your mom, your nieces and your nephews, your Grandpa Charlie too. Don't forget Grandpa Charlie. I think he'd love this. Make the Grateful Child a part of your life. It has been such an excellent part of mine.